Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk.
Mostly drunk. Never mandatory, but always encouraged. I'm Jedi Master Grayson, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. Doing pretty good.
Wonderful.
How you doing?
Hey, I am tip-top. Best day of my life. I'm so excited about an amazing show for you guys tonight. We are talking Stranger Things 5, and as always, we're talking shit. Mostly shit. Before we get into the nitty and the gritty, I want to remind you guys to tune into the Bantha Bunch every Thursday night at 8:15 Pacific time, hosted by your favorite cousin Bill. Bill, what are you guys gonna be talking about this Thursday?
Alex, we're gonna be talking about it. Welcome to Deary. Welcome to Deary. Oh, welcome to Deary.
It's like Vase or Voss, you know, or Charlize Theron, you know.
Voss. Cerveza.
Cerveza. It's like Cerveza and Cabasa.
People say Cerveza all the time. Don't act like I'm weird for saying it, everybody.
However you say, Derry, you can still join in on the conversation this Thursday, 8:15 Pacific time. Man, this show has been crazy. And it's interesting having that as a parallel to the show we're talking about tonight.
Yeah.
We'll get into it, but a lot of parallels between Hawkins and Derry.
Well, yeah. No, yeah. For those who are wondering why we're not talking about Pluribus, the reason is we're missing our third leg, so to speak, of the podcast, and that is Jeff. Toby Blanco.
Yes.
Toby Blanco will not be with us today.
Yes, unfortunately, as you can see, our buddy Jeff. Sad story. As you can see. As you can see, our buddy Jeff is not going to be joining us tonight. He'll be back next week for Jeff's Comic Book Corner and to discuss Pluribus episode 5 and 6. You probably also noticed that we are not live. This is a pre-recorded show. We got invited to see Avatar Fire and Ash tonight, so that's where we are tonight. We're talking to you from the past.
What y'all are.
We're talking to you from the past, but we still wanted to make some juicy, sweet, nerdy content for you tonight, and we figured why not talk about those kids in Indiana. But we will continue our conversation on Apple TV Plus new series Pluribus episode 5 and 6 next week. But for now,
after these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you ever watched a movie from your childhood and thought it doesn't quite hold up like you remember? Well, then you would enjoy our bi-weekly series, Does It Hold Up?, where we revisit classic genre films with a special guest to help us determine if it is as good or as bad as we remember. It's a whole lot of fun, so you should check it out.
Please check out the Drunk Bantha channel. They clearly are ready for being seen at a higher level.
Back to the show.
yes, please check out Does It Hold Up? We have some great episodes lined up for next year. Some cool guests, cool movies to talk about, some hot takes, I'm sure, to come. So yeah, check out hot off the stove. But yeah, feel free to look through our back catalog at our older episodes. But yeah, keep your ear to the ground because we got some cool shit coming out next year for sure.
All over the place.
All over the place. The grossest way imaginable. Also want to remind you to consider perusing through our merch store where we have hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and all kinds of cool stuff with our stupid name on it. You can go check that out in the store tab and the Drunk Banthas YouTube channel. And yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. Bill is constantly rocking the Cracker Barrel Drunk Banthas hoodie. You know, if you're a fan of Cracker.
Oh, I'm running all the crackers.
Yeah, if you like Cracker Barrel and you like Star Wars, we got the perfect hoodie for you.
I'm representing all the crackers.
And you can also get it.
All the crackers. Hey man, see if you can line yours up a little bit more right there.
Okay. Oh man, you know what? I don't think I can do that. Let me see if I can just move.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
move
you.
over here. Yeah. I don't know if I can move my setup. But yeah, I can move myself.
Have a faith in yourself. Have a faith.
Have a faith in yourself. But yeah.
Crackers.
What were we just talking about?
Crackers.
Oh yeah, drug Bantha. Yeah, you can also get this design on a t-shirt. We got black and white. Yeah, they got a lot of different cool options on that website. So check
You
it out.
should go check it out. They can explain it better than we can.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very intuitive.
See it better. You can paste it. You know what I'm saying? You buy it, and it'll actually. It's actually. I heard somebody say one time that they definitely got laid because they were wearing one of our teeth.
That's true. That's an absolute fact.
I didn't say whether that's a male or a female, and I won't because I'm not trying to put people's business in the street.
We have men's and women's clothing on the Drug Banthas merch store. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the nitty gritty. Let's talk about the final season of Stranger Things 5. The first 4 episodes of the season dropped on Thanksgiving. We'll get 4 more episodes on Christmas, and then the series finale on New Year's Eve. It is crazy to think that this show started back in 2016, and the last season was 3 years ago.
2016. Damn, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I was working. I just remember it started when I was working at Children's Hospital.
Wow.
Yeah. I left
almost 10 years ago.
3:00 in the morning. Left work, graveyard shift. I'm like watching YouTube, and some commercial comes on. YouTube, by the way, best thing in the world. I was watching YouTube like I do on my all the times, like, you know, and here it came, a commercial. I'm upset about those ads, but this ad was not skippable, and it was just a Stranger Things ad, and I was like, what? Turn that bitch right on as soon as I don't even remember what I was watching. I turned that shit off. Turned that goddamn Stranger Things on, and it finished it in less than 8 hours. I was like, in less than 10 hours. Like I was in there like swimwear.
Yeah, so you're obviously like a big fan of Stranger Things. Were you like, how excited were you going into this season in particular? Just like from all the seasons previous, like, did you like the ending of season 4? Did it get you amped for this?
So I'm always amped for this show, regardless, and I also like Stranger Things.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, hit the like button and please subscribe. Yeah, no, I'm always hyped for this show. Stranger Things is dope. Never am I ever really disappointed certain episodes are better than others. Certain seasons can be said that other ones are better than others. Myself, the last episode of season 4, I was like, now how they supposed to do? Where can we go from here? How are we supposed to do this now? Is it the fan? But you know, when you have more and more time between these seasons, you tend to realize people actually are really stupid. So they probably actually could just get away with not, like, nobody's gonna ask questions about this. Motherfucking Reagan got shot. Who cares? Nobody thinking about. Ain't nobody thinking about no goddamn Indiana. Fuck what's going on in Indiana? Like, they quarantine the city in Indiana. Yeah, good. Motherfucking country ass niggas. Glad they quarantined that motherfucker. I drove through there one time, got a fucking ticket.
I'll never go to
goddamn speed limit through this whole fucking town is 25 miles an hour. Every single time we come back, I remember how stupid people are, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? This could probably be more. This is probably could happen. This is probably could happen.
This probably
could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Use of
I said, well, let's see how we say it.
This is probably good. So anyway, yeah. I don't think I got anything else to say about that. Like, yeah, but
Yeah,
so
to
yeah,
your point.
I was really I was just really like, oh shit, how they gonna top this?
Yeah.
And yeah, now we see how they gonna top this.
Yeah, it was they did kind of like at the end of season 4, it did just like kind of lead things, making it seem like okay, the next season is going to be balls to the wall because there's no, now there's no waiting around. Now they're just gonna have to fight the upside down head on, and Vecna and all the creatures that are beneath, because now their world is a part of our world. And I was a little bit disappointed. We'll get into it at the beginning of this season where it doesn't pick up right where we left off, and there is like sort of a status quo. But I think that they did a good job of describing like what's happened in the past 18 months and building this quarantine and kind of like a 28 days later situation where it's just like, all right, they're going to stay in their community, and we're just gonna not. We're not going to worry about them, even though hell is literally opened up. We're just going to put over. We're just going to put some metal sheets over it, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, nah. Hell is 100% opened up, and as we see in the beginning of this episode, they basically just put a band-aid on it.
Yeah, metal band-aids, as Rockin' Robin says later on in the episode. But the beginning of the episode starts with a flashback of Will hiding in the Upside Down in 1983. Wait, what? Wait,
Huh?
what'd you say?
You hear me? Oh, you could hear me.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm gonna keep it in. You're gonna keep it in.
Keep it in. But yeah, this episode starts with a flashback to Will hiding in the Upside Down in 1983. Obviously, he spent a lot of time there in the first season. He's basically like Justin Bartha in the Hangover. But then he gets caught by Vecna and infected by a tentacle. That's something that we never saw before because we technically didn't know Vecna existed until season 4 or Stranger Things 4. So Will continues to be the like sort of just like basically mouth assaulted by these underground monsters. It pretty much gets mouth assaulted by these monsters every season. It's kind of weird. And it seems like he's never lost that connection with these underground monsters. I guess Vecna is the big bad of the Upside Down. What do you think of this this recurring storyline with Will? Do you think that that's gonna finally come to a head in this season where he's gonna have to actually like reckon with this, or he's gonna end up being a bad guy?
What? Bad guy? I don't know about all that. That sounds like some wild speculation right there. A bad guy? Where would you get that from? Where would you get that from? Bad guy.
Well, just if like he gets like taken over, but like Vecna controls his brain, and then now he's just like a puppet of Vecna or something. Because he seems like he's had a.
his brain. I mean,
Well, I'm
like,
saying, yeah.
he already controls his brain, as far as I can see. But I don't know. I think I don't know. To me, that's not really pertinent to what's going. I don't think that that's going to happen. So I don't know how to answer that question.
I mean, that was just one of the things that I threw out. I was like, what do you think of just like the Will storyline in general of him just being like
Will
having this connection?
storyline is the connection to the whole thing. Is Will is the one who started this whole story. So I mean, people, they ain't have cell phones back then, so kids was out here just doing it. 8, 10 years old, ride bikes everywhere they want to go. Will got caught up, for those who don't know. And yeah, I just feel like he's the conduit of the show. What do you mean? Like, where is he's gonna go? It's gonna go the way of whatever L is able to do, right? He's the conduit between the Upside Down and 11.
Yeah,
For this part of plot wise, like,
right.
I don't know. Really, I'm like more of the storyline as far as that he has. Will is like his actual personality. like his actual person. I'm talking
Mhm.
about like the fact that he's gay and he's like coming into that. And I'm expecting them to go into that a little less than they did the last season. I'm expecting it to be less of a plot point because I feel like it kind of the story got a little bogged down in that maybe a little bit. Although it was good, it was a good thing to set up at the beginning and then have kind of played around throughout
Mhm.
the series. It was just a little bit, I don't know, they stayed on it too long, I guess is one way to put it. So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that Will is gonna get them super people. You want to do this? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? Is this what you're asking? Is this what you're asking for? Let me tell you.
No.
No, you got it. Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Okay, what's up? You got the
Will is going to become Super Vecna. Vecna.
Ooh.
And then
Okay.
he's going to destroy Vecna. And then he's gonna become the last dragon.
He's gonna get the power of the glow.
I mean, I just think maybe he's got some powers, and the reason he hasn't been able to use them is because he's being held and coddled like Hopper was mentioning
Yeah.
in this episode before. But speaking of Will, like since you were talking about Will, like this how the beginning of this episode starts with young Will Byers from the old season 1, and it's a de-aging of I just feel I was gonna say de-aging of terrible proportions. I don't know how I felt about it, but I do
Honestly, I
want
just thought it was a different actor. Like when I saw it, like I was like until like there are a couple other moments. Oh, I guess they did try to paste his face on another kid, but
right.
I just thought they recast.
Yeah, I guess let me share it here. This kid here is the
Oh, is this the kid?
this kid is the kid. This is him.
It's the new Will.
The new Will. Put it in your will. It's the new Will. So they, clearly used these dots and made this kid. I was like, this is what Jonah's gonna look like one day. It's crazy. But yeah. So yeah, there was actually a CGI de-aging technology that they used here, and I don't know. What did you think about that scene in general? I'm gonna look for that that picture of him.
The scene itself kind of just felt like it was hey, remember, don't forget, like Will is still fucked up over the upside down shit, and since we established in the last season that Vecna has always been here, yeah, it was Vecna all along, that he probably fucked with him in that first season, so we're tying it all together, which I'm not mad at. Like I like that they established that, like maybe that's where he got that weird tadpole thing that he spat out at the end of season 1, and then Dustin ends up phrasing it as like the little demi dog.
Yeah, demi
But
dog. I get me a demi dog.
them demi dogs.
Ooh, I love when I get me one of them demi dogs.
Yeah, get yourself a nice hot demi dog at a baseball game. Yeah, nice
Like
Coors Light,
this is supposed to
some
be.
mustard.
Does this look like young Will to you?
Oh no, not at all.
Well, I'm gonna bring up a picture of young Will, actually, and you can tell me if. Oh man, no, that's a
Young Will
terrible.
looks exactly like old Will, except he's got a smaller face.
Kind of looks exactly like old Will, but he's got a smaller face. Huh.
Yeah, some of them, like Finn Wolfhard, I feel like his face has changed a little bit as he's gotten older, but I feel like the actor who plays Will, it's just he's looked exactly the same.
He looked
Maybe it's a bowl
exactly
cut.
the same, but you know what? He actually has him. I'm about to pull up a clip of him. I mean, a picture of him right now. And that's what messed me up is that you can see they use it in this episode. Like, so this is Will
Season
before
1,
and after.
season 5.
And Now you tell me, does that look like this?
You do what you can.
You do what you can, you will
They're in a
do.
weird situation where this season is supposed to take place 4 years after the first season, and it's in reality almost 10 years after the first season.
No. I'm not saying that. No, mister. No, sir. I'm not saying that this is like I'm not saying no. My thing is, fuck that. You're giving them too much love. You're giving them too much grace. To me, that shit is terrible. They've had 10 years to get a fucking good. When did the last season come out?
2022.
So they've had plenty of time to get that CGI right. I feel like they had plenty of time to take the time to get that right. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have done a better de-aging job. Maybe they just didn't do a good job of getting a kid with the right size, like fucking head. So it looked like a tinier head version of Will. So yeah, because like you said, he's looked the same his whole fucking life. So it's not like it's not like we have no frame of reference in our mind. Like, oh yeah, what did he look like when he was young?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've never been super impressed with any de-aging technology. So I can't see a world where I would be like super impressed. I would probably be just like more happy if they just recast the kid and they didn't try to put the older actor's face on him.
There's technology where they could have made it work, but
Yeah,
it just
maybe.
there's
To your point, they
technology
had the
where
time.
they could. Huh?
No, I said to your point, they had the time, so it probably wasn't a time issue. But I don't know why these shows take so long to make, or these seasons take so long to make.
Scheduling, and you don't want your actors to just be like, well, I don't want to keep doing this project because they always take up all my time and I can't do anything else while I'm doing that project. So
yeah, all of them are famous now. Yeah,
maybe that has a little something to do with it. Never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, they most of these actors have gone on to be superstars. Fucking Finn Wolfhard directed a movie this year, which is crazy. But yeah, in later on in the episode, 1987, 18 months after the Rift incident, a contingent of the U.S. military led by Dr. K and Lieutenant Akers have placed Hawkins under quarantine and created a base camp with the Upside Down while still on the hunt for 11, who trains in hiding with Hopper and Joyce. Dr. K is played by, damn, I had her name here, but she's from fucking Linda Carter. From Linda Hamilton. Linda Carter.
Linda Carter, Wonder Woman.
Not Wonder Woman. Linda Hamilton, from obviously from Terminator 2 fame. Incredible actress. And she's playing this what seems to be gonna be an antagonist in this season, especially if she's teaming up with Lieutenant Akers, who was definitely an asshole in the last season. But what do you think of this character, Dr. K, and just like the military's involvement in this rift situation?
Well, when I saw her, she was, when we see her first, she's like chopping up some or surgically removing what it looks like a Demogorgon baby from an egg or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
It was fucking weird. It was gross when she'd have been like, "Hey, Mr. Rodriguez," or what did she say? Like someone Rodriguez or whatever. His name was Rodriguez.
Sergeant
Rodriguez. And are you just gonna stand there? You got something to say? I'd have been like,
nigga, no,
I'm not fucking with you, bitch. I'm not coming in there. Bitch, you got to come out here to talk to me. I got stuff to tell you. You have to come out here because I'm not fucking around with all these monsters in this mother. You just here chilling. Like this shit is regular.
So I thought we were supposed to be in the conference room. This is disgusting.
Willie told me to go to the conference room B. Nobody was there. I come down here. This is what's going on.
Yeah. You dissected the, like, I don't know, an alien ass. I don't know what that is.
An alien's ass. What if Sergeant Rodriguez was gay? He came down. He came down. He's like, they told me to go down to conference room B. But then I came down here and they told me that you was down here, and I was like, no, that is not what I'm about to do. That is crazy, bitch.
It is disgusting.
That is disgusting. I will not do that.
Then later on, Will Luke
voice because I lost my voice during my game. So that
I mean, it's been a long day of traveling and whatnot.
It died, Alex. It died.
Later on, Will, Lucas, and Mike lay low during the military occupation. During Dustin, though Dustin continues to honor Eddie to the provocation of the school basketball team. I do want to talk about Dustin a little bit because he's clearly still mourning Eddie and is drawing unwanted attention from the basketball bros from season 4, especially since their lead bro got like split in half during the rift. I rewatched lead bro. I rewatched that episode today, and I was like, "Oh shit! I forgot that he just got ripped in half in such a horrific manner at the end of this episode." But what did you think of like where we meet Dustin? Do you think he's got too much of a chip on his shoulder? Do you think he's acting appropriately since his friend died in his arms?
His friend died in his arms. Passionate, sweet, passionate love. But yeah, he's overreacted. I mean, he's being selfish. Yes. You know why? Because I hadn't heard him say one thing about Kate the whole time.
Kate.
Isn't Kate the redhead girl?
Oh, Max.
Max. Excuse me.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. He hasn't said anything about Max.
Hadn't said one thing about Max. His long
She got
day.
fucked up.
She got fucked up. And she saved everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, she had a huge sacrifice at the end of season 4, pretty much died. And then that's what created the rift. But 11 apparently has Jesus powers and brought her back to life, sorta. And she's been in a coma for 18 months, it turns out. So it does. Well, we do see, get a nice touching scene of Lucas visiting her in the hospital. Who else was there with him? Was it Mike?
It was the only other person who cares about anybody else. Will.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh yeah, Will. The only other empathetic character. Or at least isn't.
Why, but he damn sure is the only other person who cares about anybody else in the show.
Yeah, they're the two characters that seem to care about everyone. Like, and aren't so like you said, the Dustin can be self-righteous and selfish. We've seen that in previous seasons too. Just one of the flaws of his character. But Mike too, he's centrally focused on 11 to a fault. 11's focused on her independence to a fault. Like everybody has these flaws, but that have them kind of have tunnel vision and can't see the forest through the trees. But Lucas and Will seem to be.
That was nice, Alex.
Ooh-wee. This nigga got some $1 million words, don't he?
But to your point, yeah, like Lucas and Will, they're the most empathetic characters, but also it seems like they get the least to do throughout these seasons. I don't know.
I've never really felt that way. I mean, I hate when I get a multi-character series, and the writers and showrunners feel like we have to have equal time for each character, and we have to go back and forth with each one. That's what made Game of Thrones good. I don't need to see a nigga every episode.
Right.
No,
yeah, for sure.
Like, so, I mean, they don't have to go to the degree of Game of Thrones, but yeah, so maybe there were times but I can't tell you how much time one person got over another because I don't feel that beat. So I mean, you're probably right. there's not enough time or not enough given to do with one character or the other, but I never notice it really because it just flows.
Mhm.
But speaking of characters that have never gotten any time, I mean, we start out this episode after with Will goes through his, or we go through Will's past trauma. We end up with Holly. Holly has never had anything to do with the series. Even Lucas's little sister has some shit to do. Holly never got anything to do the whole series. Now she is getting way more love in the writer's room.
Yeah, I think that which I think is a smart idea because they're literally out of actual kids. Like all the kids are are in their 20s. So it's like, well, Holly's here. She's an actual kid who's an actual character. Let's introduce her into it. And I thought that was smart. But I'm curious, do you think her invisible friend is Vecna?
No, I'm thinking that's a red herring to lead us towards another character that we may not have heard of just yet in this world of the Upside Down.
Okay. That
Not
could be.
that it's not working on behalf of Vecna.
Yeah.
Vecna.
Yeah, because what was it?
No. What was
Sorry,
it?
I didn't mean to cut you off, but
What's the question?
yeah, I think season 2 there was like the Shadow King or something like that, like the big shadow monster that also went into Will's mouth.
That was gross.
Stuff goes into his mouth every season. That's all I'm saying. But he like that maybe that monster comes back because he didn't necessarily die. He just kind of like went away. So maybe it'll be
it's kind of like Power Ranger villains when they like blow up at the end and they're huge and they're breaking the city like and then the Power Rangers come out with the sword and they're like turtle power or something like that.
Yeah. Turtle power. Yeah, famously the Power Rangers always said that.
And so every time they beat somebody, he's just like, oh, but he like didn't die. He just has to kind of go back in shame.
Right.
Like, go back to see Rita again. Like Rita's like, I can't believe you did this.
You bitch ass nigga.
You bitch ass nigga. How did you do? Yeah, so I feel like it's kind of like that, and like Vecna is Rita, right?
Okay.
For those who weren't following my analogy, for those who probably got lost in the analogy that was the Power Rangers. But yeah, for those who hadn't seen Power Rangers, that's really actually a real good example. It's like that. I don't think they've gone away. I think that they're just there, and they're in shame. Kind of like for those who may not know what I was talking about then, but like Doom's like what's his name? Damn, Darkseid. Kind of like Darkseid. He sends people out, they lose, they come back in shame. They don't die, but they have to go back.
Like, hey, I got my ass whooped.
Yeah, they got to go back to their planet or their dimension, right? So yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, I think I think that tracks, and this will be a good season for them to be like, now Vecna as Rita is like pulling out all the stops. It's like, all right, I'm gonna. Although he does give more Zed vibes, I guess.
Right. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So now he does got Zed body. He got Zed body. and Rita ambition. But remember, Rita opened Zed's what you call it? His containment.
Right. Yeah, she awakens Zed or whatever.
So I'm thinking that maybe Vecna went and found him a Zed. Right?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Interesting.
While then helping kill more children rather, to kill more babies. Anyway, while helping him kill some more children so he can feed, he can get stronger.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
seems like it seems like a good way to go, but I'm not a writer, so might not be happening.
Maybe. Yeah, I haven't and for everybody who's watching and listening, by the way, thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Feel free to jump into the comments. Though we're not live, we still appreciate the comments and the chit chat.
Okay, well,
But I haven't watched episode 2 so far. We are going to be covering this episode by episode. We tried on the Stranger Things 4 to cover the whole chunk, and there's just like so much that we wanted to talk about that we didn't get to. We
was
figured
about
like this, yeah.
he's trying to
It didn't work out well. This is the best way to actually get to discuss all the episodes the way we want to, and talk about it with you guys and get all the nitty and the gritty. But I personally haven't watched episode 2, so I'm curious if that's going to come to fruition later on.
Yeah. Man, I was just thinking, like, how long are the videos that we can put in here and the like how long are the drops? Like how long can we put one in there? Like
How long can they be? I don't know. I don't think that there's much. I don't think there might be a limit, but I don't know.
there's definitely a limit. There's a limit for everything, Alex.
There's always a limit.
By the way, check out our show Whiskey and the Mystery over on Nerds at Night.
Do it.
Yeah, Whiskey and a Mystery. It's very self-explanatory. Make sure you go over to YouTube and hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you tap that bell.
Absolutely.
There's a new episode out right now, so go check it out.
Yeah, new episode. He's covering Blake Moneyweather is covering Wind River. I love that fucking movie. Such a cool
Wind River.
Such a cool mystery. No, that's a different thing.
Oh, shit.
A movie by Taylor Sheridan, who's apparently been just like everybody's favorite white man creator at least over at CBS. He's did Yellowstone and all kinds of other white men.
White people do good.
White people in the desert.
Don't nobody know white people like me. I know white people better than you and me. I know white people better than you.
Yeah.
Universal, give me money because I know white folk. That's why I got me up. Oh, sorry. I was about to say I was going down a bad road just then.
Yeah, I don't think
involved. There's only so many things that could rhyme with boat.
Yeah, it's not
started with an R.
But definitely check out the Wind River episode of Whiskey and a Mystery, hosted by Money Blakeweather. And yeah, I forgot what else I was going to say about that. But yeah, it's got 2 Avengers. It's a great movie. Great episode. Check it out.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to say anything else about it.
But moving right along, Stranger Things 5. Let's check out our other heroes, Steve, Robin, Jonathan, and Nancy. They all work at a local radio station where they relay coded messages to the group about opportunities to sneak Hopper into the Upside Down that they call a crawl to find Vecna's hideout. Dustin is viciously beaten at Eddie's grave, causing him to miss the next crawl, which goes awry when a Demogorgon attacks military caravan, forcing Hopper to take shelter within the Upside Down. So there's a lot going on here. But I did want to bring up a nitpick that I had. I don't think I've brought this up before, but it's a weird nitpick with the Demogorgon. And it's something that I didn't really even notice until I I binge watched all the seasons a couple months ago, just getting ready for this season.
The Demogorgon specifically.
I really liked how in the first season he was more like Jason or Michael Myers, where he's just like slow and lumbering, and even though you can outrun him, but he's gonna eventually catch up to you, and you're gonna get fucked up. And that's it. But he still had a certain level of vulnerability. That's why Steve Harrington could beat him with a baseball bat. It's like, okay, he's not immortal, he's not all powerful, but he's also gonna fuck you up because he's got his he's the Demogorgon. But it seems like as the seasons progressed, he's gotten like way faster and way stronger.
Yeah.
To the point, where he can now kill multiple military soldiers and catch up to a truck. So I don't know. That's
That
weird.
kind of like how he developed anyway. Like the longer they stayed alive, the stronger they got. That was what happened in the first one. Like the longer he fed, the more he fed, he got bigger and stronger. Like he was like a dog at first. Then he turned, you know what I'm saying? Like, so actually I had the picture of that here just a second ago and I lost it.
Well, that is one thing I liked in the second season, that they established the demi-dogs, that was like a different thing, that they are faster but smaller. But the demigorgons are still like stronger but slower. So it's like those other different species in this underground. It's not just like the demigorgon. It's like sort of humanoid type of creatures. It's like a dog type creatures as well.
So
but now
I was under the impression that this is I guess I thought that the demidog did turn into a demigorgon. Am I wrong?
I mean, I was under the impression that the demidog and the demigorgon were different. From at least when I was rewatching it, it just seemed like they were saying that they were different creatures, because there was like a ton of demi-dogs in the second season. Like I don't know, it seemed like they were making a point to say that they were this is like a new thing.
Well, I don't know what this is supposed to be representing, man.
Is that Vecna on the tallest thing?
No, that's supposed to be a demigorgon. It's a demigorgon species, is what it says here. For the Stranger Things wiki here, the stages of a demigorgon species. Yeah, I think you're forgetting. There was one episode where they showed that this is. I think, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but there was an episode where they kind of explained that was the demidog is the beginning of the demogorgon.
Okay.
This one says demogorgons were predatory creatures, blah 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 blah. Never mind, not reading that. Not reading the history of demogorgons. That's not what's going to happen. But there's a Stranger Things wiki for those who are unaware. Stranger Things wiki. That's crazy.
Hey, there's a wiki for everything nerdy nowadays.
Stranger Things wiki. I might have to go on there later. Matter of fact, let me set this a little reminder here.
But it does seem like the demigorgon now is kind of like it's an impossible to beat creature. I'm kind of curious what these guys are going to do against this fucking thing, because he just killed everybody. Only reason he didn't kill Hopper because he didn't know he was there, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty par for the course with the demigorgon. Miss one of the main characters, kill everybody else.
Yeah.
You have to have a complaint about this show is that you probably feel like there are no stakes at times, but then they correct that pretty quickly with whatever crazy reveal or person that they're going to kill off, and what like this season's going to have somebody die, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like one of these real main characters and shit.
I thought they were really going to commit to the Max death in the last season. I'm kind of, we'll see what they do with her in this season to justify bringing her back to life for her to be in a coma.
I think you can't kill off the person you brought in. You can't kill off the new person you brought in.
But that's what they always do. They did that with Bob. They did that with Eddie.
With Billy already. Billy already died. You already did it with the new person you brought in. So you got to kill somebody else.
They did it with Eddie.
So you already did it with
Billy.
if you already killed the person that's new, you can't go back to the same well. That shit is terrible writing. You know how many people would have killed this show if you just, okay, so I guess every time we have a new person, we just know that person's gonna die. That's gonna be really fucking like, that's the reason we like this show. We don't get the same thing every time. Like,
But she was more established. She's not necessarily new. She's been there since the second season. Eddie was
no,
like definitely the person they brought
so
in.
listen. What I mean by new is she was new the season before. So now you can't come in and just kill her off because she's the new person. One of the first members would have to die, like Mike. It wouldn't hit hard. Like it'd have to be like Mike or Lucas or Henderson or your boy. What's his name? Doesn't matter.
Steve.
Steve. If one of them, like the Will's brother, like one of those guys would have had to die for it to hit hard. And anyway, so they do a good job though of having deaths come out of nowhere that you're like, oh damn, didn't see that coming. Like, a lot of people will plot armor in this motherfucker. I didn't think I was gonna actually see a death. So they're really good about that. I see one of those happening at some point in this season for sure.
Yeah, and then later, excuse me, toward the end of this episode, Will telepathically witnesses the attack and sees the Demogorgon head towards the Wheeler residence just as it tears open a gate in the bedroom of Holly Wheeler's bedroom.
Wow. That was
this. I know I speak really good words. This was interesting because like the Holly storyline is interesting because Finn seems just Finn. I'm calling him by the actor's name. Mike seems reluctant to be completely honest with Holly about the monsters that are in Hawkins, and you know, it seems like everybody should be well aware that the hell just opened up. At least the people who are in Hawkins should have a little bit more awareness of this. And maybe I don't know. Do you think Mike is in the wrong for not being honest with Holly? Maybe she'd be a little bit more prepared for a situation like this.
You mean, are you asking me the same question that Nancy asked? Is that what you're asking me?
Oh, what did Nancy ask?
She said, this is our fault. This is our fault.
Well, not her, not
Mike,
their fault per se, but yeah, just like, do you think Mike?
Yeah. No, yeah, it was Nancy who asked that. Yeah, it was Nancy who asked that. Basically, that exact same question that you're asking me. I mean, is it their fault? I mean, who is gonna believe them? So we're gonna say, take this episode for instance. We have a daughter being chased by a monster. Let's just say a Demogorgon. And her mom's in the same house. And she runs in scared to the motherfucker, bleeding out of head, talking about it's a monster. It's a monster. She's like, ain't no such thing as monsters. I mean, it's literally happening in her own home, and she ain't believing it until it's about to rip her throat out. So,
was this
I'm gonna go. Oh, was this episode 2?
Yeah, because the episode 1 just ends with the Demogorgon coming out, and he's like, he goes, cuts to credits.
Well, my point is that I don't believe it. I'm just pulling up shit right here off of the. I put in Holly, and that's what came up.
Holly.
Hold on. Ooh, this is what it was. This is what I was looking for. But yeah, like, no, I just feel like the parents wouldn't have believed them. They don't believe that their daughter is talking to imaginary people. And Mike doesn't believe that the person that she's talking to is real. So
right.
Look at that. Like this dude sees the craziest shit in the world on a daily basis, but he don't want to believe his sister is talking to an imaginary friend, or her
Mike.
imaginary friend is real.
Yeah, I don't think that's
There's
I don't think that the parents
there's Space Z. There is a upside down Z is fucking running around here bucket naked, fucking no nose and shit, fucking with people, fucking with little kids. As a matter of fact, teenagers.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, go ahead.
No, yeah, just to your point, yeah, like I don't think like historically throughout movies and television and throughout this show, parents are just not going to believe you. Parents just don't understand, as Fresh Prince once said. But there was like the scene where his Holly was talking to Mike, and uh Holly was saying something about how she's afraid of monsters, and Mike is like, "There's no such thing as monsters," and Holly was like, "I don't believe you." It's like that would be a good moment for you to just like open up to her. It's like, you know what? I've actually seen monsters, and they're fucking scary. Maybe you should join the Hellfire Club.
He was so goddamn serious too, though. Like he was so serious, man. No, there's no such thing as monsters, girl. Where in the hell you even get some shit like that from?
Yeah, like the fucking hell opened up out the earth 18 months ago or something.
Well, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Have you his mom heard you talking like that? Don't let mama hear you talking like that. But he gives her some good. I mean, I feel like that was a good brother sister moment. Like, you know, he gave her some advice, made her feel better about herself. And he did tell her to quit fucking talking to these weird ass niggas. Like, quit talking to these strangers.
Yeah.
What was his name? Wait a minute. What was dude's name too that she gave him?
Oh, what was his name? I don't even. Oh, Mr. What's It? Mr. What's It?
No, bro.
Mr. What's It?
Bro, that's pedophile names, bro.
That's not a normal name.
That's like us. That's literally sounds like some pedophile's name on a chat board, a chat room right now. Mr. What at Mr. What's It 69? Like what? No. What the fuck are we doing?
And it did look like a man with like a, I don't know, like just like the one image that we got where like you see his hand when she's at school.
But we also see
in
him like, in the shadow. We see a shadow of him,
right?
That looks kind of like a Vecna shape at the very beginning, which I kind of missed the first time I watched it. I was halfway dead when I watched it because I was basically in between consciousness and non-consciousness. So I might have missed it just by a hair of an eyelash. Oh yeah, but yeah, like so, and then we, like you said, we see the shadow. I mean the hand, and then I think we see. Oh no! Then we just see the lights flickering and flickering.
Right.
Now that is Vecna-esque, right? That's Vecna's little thing that he likes to do, right? Like that's his calling card. Where the
all the under, because the Demogorgon did that shit a lot in the first season too. Like it was all about like the lights and communicating with the lights, and I guess they're just like different waypoints in the upside down where you can use the lights maybe to travel from one side to the another.
Well, you remember that's what they did in season 4. Like that's how they were able to find each other from the upside down and
right. They weren't able to like
in the last season. Partially,
right. Yeah, right. They don't seem to like be able to like the Demogorgons are just like punch their way through once they find those waypoints. They can just like communicate through it. Probably just because they're not as strong as Demogorgons or whatever. They get punched through a wall or whatever. But yeah, it is interesting. But it's interesting that that's a continued theme throughout all the seasons, the lights and the 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 waypoints in between worlds. But now Hop's stuck.
This is the first time though we just saying the Demogorgon just say fuck this goddamn barrier. I don't give no goddamn barrier. What do you think the reason is for them going after, or for Vecna going after Holly and like subsequently their whole family?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious what the reasoning is, because it maybe they need some other vessel similar to how they took over Will in the first season. Maybe that's why we had that flashback to show that interaction with Vecna and Will, and maybe he's plotting to do something similarly with Holly, because as we remember, the Demogorgon didn't kill Will like he does everybody else. He kidnapped him and took him to the underground, into the upside down rather. So maybe he's plotting something similarly with Holly, and they're just kind of trying to tie that together. Actually, yeah, like especially since they showed that flashback, I think I'd be willing to bet that he has a similar plan for Holly.
So we find out. Oh man, actually, I don't know. We didn't find that out. What do we find out? Hold on. What do we find out?
How many episodes have you watched? I'm curious, just because, like, for the sake of conversation.
How many episodes have I watched, Alex? That's a great question. I've watched 1.5. Well, I watched 2 episodes. One time, I watched half of an episode with an episode that I fell asleep through, and then I had to go back. And I realized that I would watched most of that, and then I went to the next one and fell asleep through the whole thing.
Okay.
And then I was like, maybe this is a futile effort while I'm on this plane. Unconscious. I mean, in and out of consciousness with 2.5 hours worth of sleep.
Oof.
Maybe it's not better. Best option.
Yep. I fell asleep throughout the whole flight, and then I woke up, and they were like, "It's gonna be like an hour until we land." I was like, "I guess I'll watch Stranger Things."
Yes, I'll watch Stranger Things, man. Hey, Stranger Things have happened.
Stranger Things.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
They have. Okay? They have.
Stranger Things have happened. Great title. I gotta say, great title for a show. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, but Stranger Things. Good show title. Just comparatively, another show we talk about, Pluribus, horrible show title. Like it, like the show. I don't like that title.
It's a bad title. It's a bad title.
Yeah.
It's a bad title.
It's an underrated skill, titling a show.
I wish I had a drop for that. This is a bad title.
It's a bad title.
It's worse than no, you know what? I was about to do a bad title joke. Car title. Bad title.
Beat your best deal regardless. But it's an inside joke.
I might need to get that drop right there, boy. I might have to get it.
Shout out to anybody in Birmingham, Alabama, Jefferson County, who's familiar with those commercials.
Where $100 says we'll beat your best deal regardless.
Daddy. But
hold on, Daddy.
Like we mentioned up top, we will be continuing our conversation about Pluribus, episodes 5 and 6 next week, where Jeff.
You like this episode? Tiny little.
I did. What do you mean, of Pluribus or Stranger Things?
Yeah, Pluribus.
Oh, episode 5.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was pretty good. It just
all right. That's it. That's not nope.
Yeah,
that's all I have.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You guys got to come back next week. Come on, figure out what we think about episode 5 and then episode 6, because we will be covering that, and episode 2 of Stranger Things. See, this is how it's gonna work. We know it's out already. dum. We just don't want to have to cover all this shit without giving you good coverage, right? Now, speaking of which, we got to talk about Henderson and his issues getting beat the fuck up. I thought this nigga died.
Yeah.
I thought they was gonna kill this nigga.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Just
this nigga is dead. Speaking of not having plot armor or having plot armor, do you think this nigga is dead?
I do not think
this nigga is dead.
I don't think he's dead. But to bring it back to what we were talking about, like the comparisons between Hawkins and Derry, kids act fucked up. Like and just do some wild shit.
Hey.
Like Derry, there's explanations of why the people in that town are so demented and violent. You know, see little kids carving letters into people's stomachs like psychopaths. And here in Hawkins, we have these kids who are telling people to jump into a cavern to their death. Like I remember that happening in the first season, and
that's first
now
episode.
Yeah.
That's the first
I think
episode.
This is like the second episode because it's after Elle, because Elle uses her powers to save him and stuff. So it's after they had met him.
Yeah.
But
they established that people are fucked up pretty early.
Yeah, these people are crazy.
Jump off of this 2,000-foot drop.
Do it.
Why? Because I don't like you.
Because I pissed my pants.
I pissed my pants, and now I need somebody else to take the blame.
Now somebody has to die.
You gotta take the heat off me, man. See, once you fall off this, everybody forgets about my pee pants.
That's crazy. It's like I need somebody to talk about something else this week.
Like, yeah, you see him when he killed that little boy got killed. He jumped off the 2,000-foot drop. Oh wait, there go pee pants right there.
There go pee pants. It's like, damn, they still call me pee pants.
Yeah, no, it's terrible fucking people in the 80s. And yeah, like beating up kids, almost killing people at grave sites. Bullying that almost leads to death. Billy almost killed them before he was Demogorgoned. Like,
yeah, he almost
he didn't need no Demogorgon getting up in him and make him crazy. He was crazy.
Yeah, he's a fucking insane person. I something about this town, man. Maybe there's a fucking Pennywise monster contaminating the water. Man, that would be.
What if they have a Pennywise and they have all this shit going on? It's like Pennywise, like, oh, that's this shit too crazy for me right there, man.
Yeah.
Crazy for me. Why he only come out every 27 years? Because he's in Derry, but then he's in Derry, and then he's like, I can't go back to my real home. Where's the real home? Hawkins,
yeah, that place is fucked.
That place is fucking crazy.
So yeah, I was like, Pennywise is Avon Barksdale and Vecna is Marlowe.
Like, man, we like the kids so much over there. One of the kids became a kid killer.
Yeah, I was like, I can't go back to that town.
Quick question about this series. Where do you think they're going with Uma Hunt Thornton girl? What's her name? Uma Thurman?
Who?
I'm trying to combine Uma Thurman and Ethan Hunt. I'm trying to combine those names together.
Yeah, Maya.
Yeah, sorry, what?
Yeah, what is it? Oh, Robin. Rockin' Robin.
Rockin' Robin what do you think is going on there? What's gonna happen with that Will Rockin' Robin? I know you gay.
Mm.
I know you gay.
Maybe I do see them like building just more of a camaraderie, just like being like, oh, we're these two queer people in this small town that we can't really be open about it. Uh, you want to be like more friends? We don't really talk. I didn't realize we had anything in common. Um, so I think it just like comes from a place of like that scene like comes from a place of fear for both of them. Like Will runs away, and then once Robin sees that it's him, she's like, "Ah, shit," rather than just being like, "Ah, Will is scared." Like I think that they're both like reacting out of fear just from their environments, but they'll like later down the road they'll be like, "You know what? We cool. You want to hang out?"
Well, yeah, I could see that happen. I liked the Rock and Robin portions of the show as well, where they like establishing that these people have really been working hard as fuck to build a system that is not only coded in not only espionage, but coded in ways that are seemingly having them go through their everyday life. Seemingly, these people have moved on past all the craziness of the upside down and whatnot. And I just feel like, that probably couldn't have been done any better. We being y'all, always talk about how, oh man, what are they gonna do? These kids 30. But they always kill it. They always manage to do it. They always manage to figure out a way to where y'all don't even care. Y'all don't even notice once you start watching. Like it's always perfect. So I'm not gonna worry about those things because we never care about those things while we're watching. It's like, oh yeah, they did a really good job of, you know what I noticed? These kids have all gotten taller, but do you know that they've gotten taller? No, because they're all standing next to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell like, oh man, this dude's way taller than the average high school student. How would you know? Like he's or middle
Right.
school or whatever. Like these kids, they're always together. This magic of television, I fuck with it. There's no negative in that to me. And so yeah, setting up the fact that these guys have had they basically are doing Dungeons and Dragons in real life now. Instead of playing around and like being kids that are like halfway joking and trying to do this shit and trying to explore Goonie style. Now these dudes are like kind of like a well-built machine, well-oiled machine.
Yeah. Yeah, even like then Nancy, Steve, and Robin have honestly been consistently my favorite characters throughout the show. But like even with the younger kids like Mike and Lucas and Dustin, they've all shown that, and Will, they've all shown that they're like physically capable of holding their own. Like, Lucas from like going from like shooting slingshots in the first season to like beating the shit out of somebody with his hands in season 4. You see how like these people
with my
progress.
hands.
Nancy being like just the person who's like the gun expert. Robin like was consistently shown that she's like very smart, and Steve showing that he's capable. Like like you said, it's like a well-oiled machine. I'm excited to see how they're
Lucas showing up and intimidating the basketball team by himself is crazy. He's like,
yeah,
yo,
right.
black guy at the school, back up. I heard he's crazy. He beat a nigga in his face.
He did beat main basketball bro. He whipped his ass before he got ripped in
Beat a
half.
nigga in his face, cuz I'm trying to tell you. No, I'm trying to tell you. No, Lucas. The black dude. He beat a nigga in his face. I don't mess with him.
And then even when Mike walked up, I was like, I feel like Mike could whip your ass too. Like,
yo, low key, Mike was way bigger than him, there, son. Mike came around the corner. Hey, you know what? Maybe you need to whip his ass.
Right? So y'all supposed to be on the basketball team, but like Mike's got like 3 inches on both of y'all.
Hey, maybe you do need to hit him in his balls and pop him like bubble. Pop like bubble gum.
Hey. Yo, before we get out of here, I do
Maybe
want
you need to pop. Sorry, his voice was so deep. His voice was so deep. Maybe you need to come down. And then it changed back. Like, wait a minute, why? I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Y'all tell me in the comments. Also,
I think
shout
you're
out
putting on his
no snakes were harmed in the making of it. So
yes, shout out to Peter. Yeah, I think Mike was definitely putting on his intimidation voice in that moment. He's like, I'm trying to get on the level of my man's here.
yeah, I'm down with the black man. You know what
I
I'm saying?
haven't actually been in a fight before, but I am tall and I am here with my friends.
I'm the only person here who has fought a demon from the other dimension. This is my black friend. I've been friends with him since he was a little boy, and I didn't know what black was. So he's really my friend. You ain't got no friends.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
You know, I might watch Finn Wolfhard's movie tonight. We got the screener. I was like, you know what? I might watch this movie. Hell of a Summer.
We can do this in living color thing, but you know, one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
But yeah, before we get out of here, I do want to talk about a little bit about 11. She's obviously going through some extensive training with Hopper, and you know Joyce. They're one big happy. But Elle's very noticeably annoyed. Seems like feels like Hopper is holding her back. What do you think about this like dynamic between 11 and Hopper? Just this father-daughter relationship continuing, and her developing her powers, being more of a badass.
Feels like if he really wants, well, it was, it seems the same. Picking right up where they left off, but seems like if he wanted to really convince her or trick her into not going out, or like give her reasons why she can't leave yet or why she's not ready, it would be that she needs to work on her mental part of her powers just as much as she's working on the physical portions of her body and powers. Like, I just feel like this battle is going to come down to this and not this when it comes to, or this when it comes to the battle between Vecna and 11.
Mm-hmm. I think that, yeah, I think you're onto something there. And this is where Professor Xavier would definitely come in handy, because he would have come up with a really good speech that said something just like that.
I'm like what I just said.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Hopper doesn't have like the emotional intelligence to bring it down to her. Like,
no, he doesn't. It's just so weird. Like, you need to be doing some real work over here, developing your powers, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully maybe Joyce will be that yin to Hopper's yang, where she can be that motherly figure and tell her, it's like, hey, you need to focus on this.
Maybe it'll be her older sister.
There has been speculation that we're gonna get 8 have a return. Now I didn't dislike that episode as much as a lot of other people did. What was it? Season 3, where she goes back to visit her old family. No, it was season 2. It was season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Where she goes back and visits her mom, and also connects with other people who were under the same experiment and has similar powers. What did you think of that episode? Just like going back to that, and
I thought it was only one person that had the powers. She was just with a bunch of other people.
It was a group of people, but they all had different powers. I thought, damn.
I just remember her having, like, the sister having the powers. But anyway,
yeah,
I think they like were a gang, and she was the one with the powers. But anyway,
okay.
Like, they
did you like that episode?
I didn't hate it. I don't care about that episode. Nick, no, I'm joking.
Just because so many people seem to hate it.
It was not the best. It was probably the worst episode out of that season. And maybe it was probably the worst episode up until that point in the series. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, but did I hate the episode? No, I'm it literally still has me questioning right now. Will she be back? You know, I think the people hate it a lot more going for like it hasn't really aged well because they haven't ever talked about it again. They haven't ever tried to, you know, clear any of those things up or bridge that gap. So, or had old girl back on the show. So I'm gonna go with maybe this is that time. It's the last season to close that loop. This is the only opportunity you're gonna be able to have to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, at the end of this series, people will all be going, "What the fuck happened to this girl?" She's just out there in the world, just not paying attention to any of this. She's like,
yeah, and we've seen shows in the past, like Game of Thrones, where they'll introduce like 4 storylines they don't end up getting back to, and it would be disappointing if they don't go back to this, especially if it's just because they felt like people didn't like that episode. Because I do think it would be interesting to dive back into that character and just the connection between them, and shit, she might be helpful in this battle against the underworld. So I think you're right. It'd be cool, and I definitely think like you said, it was probably the worst episode up until that point, but it still wasn't a bad episode by any stretch of the imagination. And
no, I'm joking.
Yeah, they had worse episodes since then. It's definitely the worst Stranger Things episode, period. But I'm still enjoying this season.
I bet you one of the worst rated or one of my favorite was the season 4, episode 1. I call it the roller skate incident episode.
Oh God,
damn face.
That shit happened
wide open. I was like, I swear to God, I love that shit. I don't know why. I know why. She was being a whole bitch. It's like damn near, unalive yourself type behavior. You know what I mean? Like you out here on my head every damn day, man. Crack your skull over with this goddamn
yeah, man.
Goddamn roller skate. Bow. Still going down in my top 10 Stranger Things moments of all time.
Speaking of which, this episode, chapter 1, The Crawl, was rated 8.2 on IMDb. So not bad.
Yeah, we went through The Crawl. How did you feel about The Crawl?
Yeah, I like this episode. Again, yeah, like I liked
the crawl in general that they actually did.
the crawl maneuver. I thought I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of the portals and everything.
Did you?
But
what do you mean by the logistics?
Just that, because from what it looked like at the end of the season 4, it seems like there was a hole in the ground, and now like it seems like the portal is like maybe it's just like moved or it's like manifested in a different way.
I remember old girls. I mean, Eddie's trailer. They had another one in a tree. They're in mad places. They can be anywhere. Vecna can push through, and so. I'm just saying. So, in the last episode, remember, like now the government has that blocked off where the big hole took place. Right now, like where certain tears have taken place, they seem to be trying to lock down those areas because they know that they can get in through those areas.
I think I just need a map. But as far as the crawl, the maneuver
map is everywhere. They're everywhere. There's no map. They're everywhere.
I'm just talking about because they showed the like you said, like where Eddie's house is and all the 4 points that they opened up so they can start the rift in season 4 that caused the huge rift, and that's why there's the humongous hole. I just want to see like a map where geographically where everything is at.
The rift that you got to get out of that last episode. That's over. I mean, like season 4 is over. now because of that rift, they can jump in. They're establishing they can jump wherever they want. Demogorgon just bust through Mike and them house like it was nothing. They couldn't
that's
do
established that in the first season. Yeah. Well, they did that in the first season. They busted through fucking.
They established
Joyce's
that those
house.
were points that he was able to do it in. They established that in season 4. He was only able to go through certain areas, like certain points where they were weak, right? Like he was able to find these vulnerability points in the Upside Down after L put a crack in it.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, but also,
I'm just saying that was what happened. L put a crack in it. Therefore, then Vecna had to find these vulnerability points. He couldn't just push through. Last episode of season 4, everything bust open. Nothing is now sealed. We've got a bunch of patchworks, and it looks like the government is trying, instead of patching them up, they're trying to figure out ways to use them to enter.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure what their plan is when they go in there. They got to figure something out because, yeah, to your point, the Demogorgons are just busting through whenever they want to now. But any final thoughts on this episode before we get out of here?
Nah, can't wait for episode 2. I'm about to go watch it right now.
Yeah, I'll probably do that too. Well, I'll probably watch Hell of a Summer first, honestly.
Didn't see that coming.
You want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs before we get out of here? You can find me right here every Thursday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, and you can also find me at the Drunk Banthas podcast right here every Monday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. I'm right here all the time. Right here. Right here.
Thank you for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little Ritas and my Zeds, and may the force be with you.
Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, love. Please, please, peace.